Hello, 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 beautiful soul, and welcome to Self Love Lunch Break with me, Diana, your sacred self love coach. Welcome to, I don't know what part we're on, part five, I think, part five of Awake in August, Awake and Alert in August, or Getting Woke in August. We have spoken about being your own body boss babe, getting in charge of your body and everything about it instead of following urges, actually owning that space. So we've spoken about how to be a body boss babe. We have spoken about being empowered and emotional instead of letting your emotions run your life or ignoring them and pushing them to one side. We've discussed how to embrace them and actually empower yourself with your emotions. And we've also chatted about mentoring your own mind, making sure that you've got a mindset that's going to take you where you want to go in your life. It's going to support you and your dreams by mentoring yourself. And the key to all of these things, as we've been discussing in the past few weeks, is self knowledge. And I'm just going to say it again, authentic self love really is rooted in self knowledge. So thank you so much for being here for this installment. And today I'm going to talk about soul satisfaction. So we have all of these bodies that are working for us or against us, but definitely are here to work for us, our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body. And at the top of all of that is our spiritual self or our soul or our true essence. Hello, Karen. Hello, Naresh. It's so good to see you. Do let me know where you're joining from and what your views are. If you have any ideas or questions, throw them at me in the chat. I absolutely love hearing from you guys while I'm talking. I do try and keep my eye on the chat, so if you see my eyes darting all over, it's me looking down at the screen to see the chat. I'm looking at two different cameras. So welcome, welcome, and thank you for joining me for Self Love Lunch Break. So today, talking about soul and true essence and the different bodies that make us up. I'm going to do this analogy again. I've done it so many times and I'm going to keep doing it because it is so clear. When I say to you, move your arm, who is moving your arm? You'll answer me, I am. When I say to you, feel joy, and then ask you, who's feeling that joy? You'll answer, I am. And when I say to you, think about something that you want to think about a tree. And then I say, who's thinking about that tree? Again, you'll answer, I am. And that's what today is all about. Today is all about that I. Who is that I? That I that says, I am. The part of who you are that is behind your movements, that is behind your thoughts, that is behind your feelings. The part of who you are that actually controls all of that. The greater part of who you are. Your true essence, your soul, your spiritual being. And remember, for those of you who are less spiritual or allergic to religion, this you don't have to run away from this. Listen to it. Think about what I just said. Think about that part of you that can't be tangibly explained. That part of you that is directing everything. And work with me. Work with these concepts and see where it takes you. Because what I'm talking about here is really energy. We all are energy. Everything in this whole universe, in this whole life, in this whole creation is energy. And that includes you and me. So I'm talking about the energy part of who we are. That part that none of us can really grasp fully, and yet we know that we're in there. We're there. That true essence part of who we are, the part that sets us apart from each other, that makes us different. So work with that for a bit. As I say to you, if you say these words out loud, I am an eternal energy being having a human experience. And just feel that out. Feel how that feels. I am an eternal energy being having a human experience. It kind of gives a different perspective to everything. For me, it definitely does. It just kind of helps me to step back a bit, to not be so attached and so enmeshed with everything that's going on in and around me. And it helps me to feel a little bit more Like this life could be fun all the time, could be less heavy and less serious, even though sometimes it feels really heavy and really serious, that it could be shifted at any given moment, and that I could have power to create that kind of shift and change. So I love working with that statement. I am an eternal energy being having a human experience because it really makes me feel a little bit more empowered. Hello, Kev. So, from that basis, the title of today's talk is Soul Satisfaction. So, what is soul satisfaction? Well, for me, and what I'm here to share with you today, is that is all about real satisfaction. That is about real fulfillment. That is about experiencing in life the feeling of, in this moment, right here, right now, if this was my last moment, I'm fulfilled. I've accomplished enough. I am enough as I am. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know what I came here for. And I'm okay. Everything is okay. To me, that is true soul satisfaction. And that doesn't necessarily have to take away from wanting more, from wanting to achieve great things, from having dreams and having goals and having aspirations. What it does mean, though, is that this moment right here, right now, can be 100% fully enjoyed and enjoyable for you. So every single moment can bring its own level of fulfillment, enjoyment, pleasure, and satisfaction. And that for me is soul satisfaction. So again, it's about starting off in that point of acknowledging the fact that you are an energy being, acknowledging that there's more to you than just meets the eye. There's more to you than your body. There's more to you than your thoughts. There's more to you than your emotions. There is something more behind all of that, directing all of that, directing or allowing, depending on where you're at in this journey with your true essence. And moreover, it's about acknowledging your own inner light, acknowledging your inner being, acknowledging the soul part of who you are, acknowledging your energy being, your energy body. And then it's about moving into that space. So acknowledgement is one thing, that's great. Working from that space is another thing, that's great. Then we take the past few weeks where I've been talking about harnessing your physical body, harnessing your mental prowess, harnessing your emotional empowerment, and getting into that space where you are not just allowing or not just being dragged along for the ride by whatever comes your way, whatever emotion washes over you, or whatever thought grabs your attention, or whatever urge of your body grabs your attention, where you're actually taking the seat of the driver. So you've harnessed all these parts of yourself, and you, that energy part of you, is in charge, is, for want of a better word, deciding, choosing, directing your path. So it's about getting into that space. That is the true self-knowledge. And that is utilizing the fact that you are an energy being, that you are a being of light, um, and observing the world around you, observing your own urges, observing your own thoughts, observing your own emotions, and finding the detachment from them that will bring clarity. So it might sound like a whole lot of woo woo, hara hara gara gara woo woo to you, but there is one key secret to getting this right. So out of all of these things are possible. Acknowledging, accepting, harnessing the energies, directing, detaching, being able to observe, all possible through one very, very simple key factor that you can do every single day. I've mentioned it before, I will mention it again, I will keep talking about it. A very, very key factor is get quiet. Get quiet every single day. Shh, get quiet. That means stop jabbering. I know, I'm jabbering at the moment. Stop jabbering. Stop thinking a million thoughts. Stop feeling a million feelings. Stop following those urges. So whether it be to speak, whether it be to do, whether it be to eat, whether it be to move, whatever it is, at least once every day, just stop it all. Stop it all. For some of us who have a lot of energy and a lot of high activity levels, hyperactivity is what they call it, in our bodies, the very first step of just getting quiet physically can be a huge one. Just trying to sit still for a few minutes a day can be a killer for some of us. Give it a go. Okay? It's worth it. Start with a few minutes. Secondly, quietening your emotions. Well, some people have become very accustomed to pushing emotions aside, but I encourage you, especially in the height of an emotion that seems to be completely taking over, see if you can get quiet. That's a challenge. Don't deny the emotion. Acknowledge it, feel it, let it be, let it flow, and still see if you can get quiet. See if you can get quiet and watch that emotion. It's a very, very interesting experience. It'll take practice. Again, just try it for a few, like half a minute even. And then comes the part about quietening your mind. And for very many of us, for most of us, that's actually impossible. But it's about just getting quiet enough so that your thoughts might still be there, but you're not attaching to them and following them. You're getting quiet enough where they're just kind of passing by, they're just floating, they're just happening without you attaching. And try to imagine this. Okay, so wherever you are, as long as you're not driving a vehicle, try to imagine this right now. Get quiet. That might mean switching off noises around you if you can. Might mean closing your eyes. Might mean stop moving, stop speaking. Focus on your breath. Just follow your breath in and out. Allow any thoughts that come to just pass by. Quieten down and go within. Once you're there, start pulling up out of your body. And imagine that you're above yourself, looking down on yourself. And just allow yourself to be there. Thinking whatever thoughts, just let them go past. Feeling whatever feelings, if you feel nervous or anxious, just allow it and let it go. Just watch it. Trying to keep your body still. Realizing that so much is still happening in your body. And just stay above yourself and watch yourself. And then pull further and further away. And until you can see the room you're in, the building you're in, the town you're in, the country you're in. Just keep pulling away. And realize that you don't need to be attached to anything. Not to any discomfort, not to any pain, not to any drama. You get to choose what to attach to. You are an eternal energy being having a human experience. Experience that stillness. This is who you are. Now, wherever you are, you can slowly start coming back to your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, follow your breathing, open your eyes, and welcome back. And how did that feel? I hope that was a taste. That was a tiny, tiny taste that was so short. That was probably 1 minute, maybe 2. But that was getting quiet. That was one way. There are so many ways. I know that a lot of people pray. There are a lot of different types of meditation. Some people get quiet even in movement. So I think I've chatted about this before on one of the previous talks, but you get such a thing as a walking meditation. Hello. That felt like a holiday from my brain. Wow. Thank you. Um, Container lifestyle. Oh, that's exciting. Yes, these get quiet moments, these moments when we really do get quiet, do feel like a tiny holiday. I must admit, even though I was kind of speaking you through it, it felt like a little holiday for me too. So it's so powerful. And so, as I was saying, there are ways to get quiet. There's that simple way of just trying to sort of pull back from everything, get that detached moment. There's prayer, there's walking meditation, there's all sorts of different meditation types. There could be swimming underwater. Whatever it is that you do, try and do it every day. It is so super powerful and it really, really shifts your perspective on everything. And if you can, obviously not going underwater or walking if you're in a space where you don't have, an option to walk, but try and harness one of those ways any moment that you need a little bit of perspective. So anytime when any part of life, whether it be an emotional situation where emotions are getting mixed up and pulled up and churned up, or where your thoughts seem to be getting obsessive or hectic and pulling you down, or your body urges feel like they're taking over, or all of the above. Anytime where life just feels like it's a lot, see what you can do to just get quiet. And even if, again, like I say, it's for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minutes, however long you've got available to you. I do it so often right here at my desk. I'll be working and I'll suddenly feel like I've lost focus or feel like I'm obsessing on getting something done by a certain moment. And I start feeling, and that, remember when we did empowered emotions last week, our feelings are such a good way to sense what's going on. So as soon as there's anxiety rising or discomfort, our bodies also give us signals. If we start getting like sort of edgy in our body and can't sit still, our mind flitting around everywhere, no focus, stop, get quiet. And as I say, it can be a minute, it can be a minute long, and it's a holiday from your brain, it's a holiday from your body, it's a holiday from your emotions. Whatever it is, it can be a holiday from your whole life just for those 30 to 60 minutes. So give it a go. Start connecting with that energy part of who you are. Start connecting with the part that says, I am, when I ask you, who is moving your body? I am. Start connecting with your true essence. Play with it little by little every day and see what starts to happen. That sense of detachment, and detachment, some people might have a negative connotation to the word, but healthy detachment can be so amazing because it's like watching a movie. You can really empathize. You can feel what the people are feeling. You can know what they've been through. But at the end of the day, you're watching the movie. You're not in the movie. And that's what healthy detachment brings. So connect with your true essence, connect with who you are. I'm going to be chatting more on Thursday about working with this energy and different ways to empower yourself, find your fulfillment, find your satisfaction, find your purpose and your passion and your drive by the deeper you connect with the soul essence, this true essence part of who you are. So in the meantime, get quiet, practice a little bit, play with it, and get to know that I am part of who you are. Authentic self love is self knowledge, self awareness, self acceptance, and that all starts with the I am. So, I love you. Keep loving yourself. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your comments in the chat. And I will see you same time on Thursday. Ciao for now.